This tutorial is intended to help you search the Academic Search Complete database. So the first thing you're going to do is go to the Coker Library website, which is coker.edu/library. Hopefully you have this page bookmarked so that you have easy access. And if you don't, I suggest you do. Bookmark the library homepage because you will be using it throughout your studies. Scroll down and go to databases, click on the database. Takes you to the A to Z database page. Academic Search Complete starts with the letter A, so it's always going to be on the home page. It's also one of our featured databases because, in my opinion, Academic Search Complete is an all-around, general, very useful database. It's a great starting point for most things that you're going to research. So whether you click here or whether you click here, it's going to take you to the same place. It's going to take you to the home page. And as soon as it comes up, you're going to see this page. So I have been searching COVID-19. That is my term. So I'm going to type that in the search box. You, of course, are going to search your term. This right here, I just want to point out, these are called Boolean terms and or not. So let's say I wanted to search COVID-19 and college students, right? If I wanted both of those terms in there, I could click and then type college students in here. What if I wanted to search college, COVID-19 in general, but I did not want any information on infants because it's not relevant to my college students search. So you could put not right here and then put infants, and then you would get all the results for COVID-19 and it would exclude infants. Okay. So that's how Boolean terms work, but I'm going to keep it simple for right now and just have COVID-19. Okay. We're going to scroll down now to what these are down here. These are called limiters or filters. And we want to make sure that we are utilizing these because it helps narrow down our search to what is useful to us, most useful to us. First of all, we always want full text. That's the most helpful. You get the full text of the article so you can read the whole thing instead of just an abstract or just a little bit of it. So make sure you click full text. And then for this assignment and in general, the whole reason we're using databases is because we want peer reviewed. Peer reviewed means that the article is written by an expert. It's been subject to a panel of experts who've read over the information, have discussed it, put it through a review process, and they have all agreed, an expert panel has agreed that the information in the article is generally acceptable as scientific or truthful information. Okay, so that's why we're going to click peer reviewed, and also because it's a requirement for this assignment. Now, publication date. This is going to be tailored to you. If you're searching for, if your topic is like World War II, you might want to keep it at all time. Okay. But if your topic is like mine, COVID-19, which was very relevant in the past 5 years, I'm going to switch it to past 5 years. Or if you are somebody that's researching something like mental health, or if you're researching a sports topic, you might want to keep it at past 12 months because the more recent the information is, typically the more relevant it is. Okay, so just pick the publication date that is most useful to you. And then we're going to leave publication blank, but if you knew that you wanted to find an article and if you knew the name of the scientific journal or whatever, you could type that in there. But for right now, we're going to keep that blank. Now, the whole point again is we're looking for academic journals. So we're going to click academic journal here. See, we don't want blog posts because blog posts are just really somebody's opinion. That defeats the whole purpose. And honestly, since we have this peer-reviewed limiter in, a blog post isn't really going to give us any search results. So make sure you click academic journal. Document type, we want articles. So like you see down here, book reviews and things like that, entertainment reviews are not necessarily relevant to what we're doing in this module, but maybe book chapter might be helpful to you on down the road when you're looking for something different. Okay, so for right now, we're going to click article. And then language, I speak English, so I'm going to click English, but if you speak a different language, this might be helpful to you. Just remember, if you don't get the results that you want, you might want to switch it back to English, okay? So now that we've got all of our limiters set, we're going to go down here and we're going to click search. And now we've got our results. So we've got 140,000 results, which is a good amount of results to go through. So right now, I am going to search down and find an article that I think would be helpful to me. So let's say I don't know. Let's just pick one. Let's click this. So it's going to take us to this page. So this information right here gives us, the authors. It gives us the source, document terms. Now, subject terms is something that I find very helpful when you're in research. Remember when you did your research planning assignment and you had to come up with all different terms? Well, here's a list of different terms that you could look at that are relevant to the term that you looked up. So SARS-CoV-2 is relevant to COVID-19. Also, stem cell treatment, post-acute COVID-19. So this is sometimes very helpful for you if you want to expand your search. Now, the abstract is giving you a very brief summary of what the full article is talking about. So if you read the abstract and you say, hey, this is relevant to what I want, now you want to go read the whole article. But if you read the abstract and you're like, this isn't what I'm looking for, you can go back to your list and then keep looking. But for right now, let's say that this looked relevant to what I wanted. So now we can click online full text. This is going to show us just the online version. I tend to like to look at the PDF version. So we can click PDF. PDF version shows you how the article looked in its original form. This is how it was printed originally. And the reason why I personally like to look at it is because it gives you the charts and it's like in color and everything. It's not necessarily relevant, it's just a personal choice for me. But you can see the page numbers. Oh, sorry. You can see the page numbers that it's on and things like that. Okay, so let's say you read through the article, you want to use it, it's helpful to you. Of course, you need the citation information. In this class, we always want to make sure we're citing. So you're going to click the 2 quotation marks. We're going to bring up the citation page. Again, I have told you in this class, you are allowed to use APA and you are allowed to use MLA. So if you want to use APA, you would click that. It's going to give you the citation information. If you want to use MLA, you would click this. In your other classes, they may tell you that there is a different format. If they tell you a different format, go on here and click the format that is acceptable for that class, okay? But since we want to use MLA, we're going to click that. And as you can see, it has a hanging indent here and it's double space, which is always what I'm looking for. We want to make sure we're formatting correctly. And a hanging indent, if you didn't know, the first line is flush left. The rest of the lines are indented. Okay, so you can copy it to your clipboard and then paste it, or you could highlight it yourself manually and then paste it into your document. Okay, so other than citation, the other information up here, right here, you can share it. If you wanted to get a permalink, like get a link to this exact article, you would use this link. This is called a permalink. Do not come up here and use this link up here. This is useless to you. This is just temporary for this search assignment. Okay, so if you want a link to this article, come here and get your permalink and then paste that somewhere where you can find it. You can download this article, you can print it. Okay, another useful thing that I want you to see is if you click this and click save item, it's going to pop up this. Now, if you want to keep your item saved forever, make sure you're signed in with your COCR student information. But for right now, if you're just searching in this search session while you're sitting at the computer for this session, you can click saved, and then let's go back to the front. I'm just going to go back to our search page. So this was our original search page, and this is the list of articles that came up. Okay, so let's say that you saw a couple of different articles. See, I was doing a search earlier and I saved that one. Let's save this one. Okay, let's say I had looked at them and those were ones that I thought were helpful. So now I'm going to go over here to the left, click saved, and now I see those articles. Okay, so that could be helpful to you. Like if your teacher tells you you need to find 3 different articles for this paper. Okay, so now you're just going to start saving them in your search session and it just keeps it all in one place. Another thing that might be helpful to you is going to research activity. This keeps track of all the different searches that you've done. So see, like earlier this evening, I was trying to do a different video and I searched this. So maybe you're searching different terms and you're trying out different things to see what kind of results you get, which is a sign of a good researcher. You should always do that. If it'll save it here under your recent activity. And so you say, oh, earlier I searched for this and I got that article, and then you can click it and then it'll bring back the search results you did for that search earlier. Okay, so hopefully those things will be helpful to you as you become better researchers. Again, if you have any questions about the Academic Search Complete database or how to search, you can send me an email at kbasso@cocr.edu.